Gabriel Jesus looks like he has submitted a transfer request as he's pushing for a move away from Man City to Arsenal. Then we have an update of Martinez, that left back of that central defender of Ajax that was formerly managed by Erik ten Hag. Arsenal submitting the first bid, it was turned down, and they're really planning for another bid to be put in there for you. Fabrizio Romano on it. David Austin, who broke it, has an update on that. Then there is a left fullback that Arsenal was targeting, who goes by the names of Aaron Hickey, the Scot that was being rumored to be joining a side which goes by the names of Arsenal, and Fabrizio Romano has something to say about that. And then we have a Raphinha story of Arsenal in there for you. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Aradi. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now today looks like a day that we are really going to break down lots of stories here on this channel. Today we first uploaded the story of Liverpool. Liverpool have signed their final signing, and that is a right fullback from Aberdeen who goes by the names of Calvin Ramsey. Very exciting right back, technically gifted, and he is really good going forward. His crossing is on point, and I really believe he has come to the right team in there for you. And Arsenal recently unveiled their second signing of the summer, who goes by names of Fabio Vieira, who is going to play into the central attack midfield of the midfield in there to you for us. So now today, allow me start off this story of this episode with the story coming in from Fabrizio Romano, coming out and telling us that there is no talks or negotiations between Hickey and Arsenal at the moment. That is Fabrizio Romano. This is a breaking story that most of Arsenal fans are really going to get choked about, because they have always been knowing that, and I've seen very many Arsenal channels coming out and doing this story, that Aaron Hickey is so much linked to a side which goes by names of Arsenal, and Arsenal are talking to Bologna to really go in and get in this other player in there. If you remember, in Bologna, Arsenal got in Tomiyasu, and we thought that it would have been very easy for Arsenal to go in and get another player from that side which goes by the names of Bologna. But trust me not, Fabrizio Romano, he's the king of transfers, he's a transfer guru, has come out and said, no, stop lying to the people in there for you. And when Fabrizio says it, you have to go on and really believe in it, because there is a recent move that was so much in the news that Arsenal and Manchester United were chasing for that player, and that player goes by the names of Vitinha. He's a central midfielder for side which goes by the names of FC Porto. And Fabrizio came out and told us that they're lying. They're lying. The team that is said to have bidded for that player is not Arsenal nor Manchester United. Now, after like 15 hours, Fabrizio comes in and really breaks the news that this Vitinha guy has agreed a deal with PSG, meaning that the agent of this player was using United to get the next move for him. You get? That's what people are doing. And Aaron Hickey now is known to most of us because I never knew him. I never knew him that there is a left back who is 19 years of age, who is a Scottish, and he plays for a side which goes by the names of Bologna. And he played close to, I think, 27 games and scored close to 4 goals. That means it's good going forward. So I never knew about him. So these agents sometimes use journalists, especially on Twitter and other platforms, to come in and create market for their clients, because he believes that the lad is 19 and he has really reached the level of playing in the Premier League. Now Fabrizio Romano comes out and turns it out, and it's out. So Arsenal fans, don't be excited. I think Nuno Tavares is going to be at the side which goes by names of Arsenal in the FNU. And there was another story linked to, is it Bastoni, the left back of Inter Milan, the Italian, and that also died. It died in the wind in there for you, and I never know where it is all about. But all in all, Fabrizio Romano have now told it, that Arsenal is not interested into a left back. The one that we are linked to, that is Aaron Hickey from Bologna, that is the Hawks. No negotiations, no talks in between Hickey and Arsenal at the moment in there for you, because that is the initial start of a deal. For any transfer, the player like Hickey has to first talk to Arsenal and they agree on personal terms. Then he's given a green light or go ahead to go and talk to the team. They give Arsenal a go-ahead to go and talk to the team. And when the team agrees the amount of money they value their player in, then that player leaves a side which goes by the names of Arsenal for you. Now, that is the first story that we had about Arsenal. Aaron Hickey is out. Don't come out in here and really talk about him anymore, because that is a hoax. Those are lies, and Fabrizio Romano has come out and turned that down in there for you. Now, we go to the most trending story right now, coming in from a side which goes by names of Portugal. Sorry, it's from Netherlands. Fabrizio has come out and said Arsenal plan to push again with Ajax for Lisandro Martinez. His top target for Arsenal. Ajax turned down 30 million euros opening bid as they really hope to keep Lisandro. But being told, main priority for Edu these days is Gabriel Jesus in there for you. That's what Fabrizio came out and said about Lisandro Martinez. Those that don't know Lisandro Martinez has been this kind of player who was at a side which goes by the names of Ajax, and he played in the central defense with Julian Timber of Ajax when Erik ten Hag was really a manager at that time. And when you hear that this man was starting the central defense of Erik ten Hag, you know that Erik ten Hag and Mikel Arteta have the same traits of coaching. They really want defenders that are so good and comfortable on the ball. And it looks like Arsenal are looking in for a left-footed central defender who can at times play as a left back. I think they really believe that going in for left back is so much risky, because we cannot let off Nuno Tavares and sell him off immediately, because that shows that we bought in a player whom we are not so much researched about, and has failed to go in, and that will be a critic. That will raise criticism on the transfer policy of Arsenal, on the players they will bring in. It's very much harsh when you sign a player and plays one season, then you sell him next season. You get? That only happens, and it's uncriticized when that player has really gone on to do miracles or wonders on the field of play, such that other big teams are really looking for his talent. But Lisandro Martinez never played most of the season for a side which goes by names of Ajax, because he was injured. That's why you saw most of the times it was Darry Blind playing in the central defense with Julian Timber. But at the start of the season, it was Lisandro Martinez and Julian Timber. Now, what is really so much about this deal? Arsenal put in the first bid and it was rejected, and Fabrizio Romano has told us that Arsenal are planning to put in a second bid in there, though their priority is Gabriel Jesus in there for you. And when you look at Arsenal looking in for another another central defender, it really shows you that Arsenal are so much not interested in keeping William Saliba. Because the moment Arsenal goes in for another central defender, that means they are willing to sell off William Saliba to Marseille. Then David Austin, on the same issue, came out and said, although Ajax just turned down an opening bid of 30 million euros for Lisandro Martinez from Arsenal, the Gunners plan to make another bid. He's a top target for the club. How many times do you want us to really let you know that this story is valid? Because it was broken by David Austin, I think, the day Arsenal signed Fabio Vieira. That's when this story came into our news, and we were so much surprised about this, because Lisandro Martinez was so much linked to Manchester United that Erik ten Hag believes that on either Julian Timber and Lisandro Martinez, he should get in one, because United don't have a left-footed central defender. Now it looks like it's playing all in hands and favor of Arsenal, because Louis van Gaal has really done it and told Julian Timber that if at all you go to Manchester United and don't play weekly football, I'm not taking you to the World Cup. I'm not taking you in the Dutch squad. And Van Gaal has just played a joker for a side which goes by names of Arsenal in there. And they are really going to get in Lisandro Martinez, because if at all Julian Timber has made up his mind that he's going to start a side which goes by names of Ajax can easily sell off Lisandro Martinez at 40 million euros, because they know they can get in another central defender immediately. But that means they're really going to be having Julian Timber staying, and the deal of Julian Timber to Manchester United got lost in the water, as most of the people have come out and referred to it in there for you. So Lisandro Martinez to Arsenal is on, and it's only required is Arsenal to go in and make the bid that most of us are really waiting for in there for you. And you never know, next week, the week that we are starting on Monday, Arsenal might go in and sign like 2 or 3 players, because they feel like next Monday on 27th, when they're really returning for the preseason training, for players that were never involved in the international duty, they need to be having these players with them. You get? So Lisandro Martinez, keep an eye on it. Keep your focus on it. The second bid is coming, and you never know, in the next hours, here we go, might be hard that that player is going to be subjected to a medical to fly to a side which goes by the names of Arsenal in there for you. There is something I really want to talk about. I don't know whether we'll get time and talk about it, but I really want to come out and really accredit the scouting team of Arsenal. You get? When you look at the players and where they get those players from, the Dutch League, Belgian League, Serie A, English Premier League, Brazil. Now they fetched one from which other side? From Netherlands. They fetched one from Portugal. I really like the way they do their business. That means that the scouting network of Arsenal is so much working in there for you. Now, let's go into this story. I think it's one of the biggest that most of you really want to hear about. Fabrizio Romano has come out and said, main priority for Edu at the moment is to secure Gabriel Jesus for Arsenal in there for you. Now, after Fabrizio Romano coming out and really saying that, then Goal Brazil has come out and really broken this. They are saying Arsenal reported to have tabled a second bid for Jesus amounting to 50 million euros or 43 million pounds, with around 8 million euros or 6.89 in add-ons. City are allegedly considering this bid, and now it said Jesus himself has personally spoken to Pep Guardiola and asked him to accept the offer in there for you. Gabriel Jesus to Arsenal is nearing a completion. It's nearing a completion, and if at all you are on any betting company, this deal is happening this week. Before the end of this week, Gabriel Jesus is going to be an Arsenal player. He might not be up there holding the shirt of Arsenal, but will be having a here we go that is subjected to medical, and Man City will say bye-bye to this player. First and foremost, we all know that he has fallen out of the pecking order. When Kun Aguero was here, he really thought that when Kun Aguero leaves, I will be the man I will be the player to take over the crown of Kun Aguero. But he was not played, especially into the centre forward positions. And this season, when he was really played as a centre forward, he really scored very many goals. He got himself involved in 16 goals a season. That's a lot of involvations, and you can't relate them to any player at Arsenal, because Bukayo Saka was the best player at Arsenal in there for you and played more games than Gabriel Jesus. So Gabriel Jesus feels like the coming in of Erling Haaland has really put him out of the pecking order of a side which goes by the names of Man City, and he feels like the only project that is so much convincing is that of Arsenal. And Goal Brazil has reported that Arsenal have submitted their second bid, and this bid is almost equivalent to what Man City value their player in, because they really feel like they have to get in some good amount of money from him. And that's good news, or that is good music to Arsenal fans all over the world, because they need him. Arsenal don't have a centre forward. Edin Ketia was unveiled yesterday, but you cannot rely on Edin Ketia entire season. I know I don't really underrate him. I will rate him highly, because I know when you have Odegaard and Fabio Vieira into that midfield and they are creating chances for you, he's going to score goals for fun. I know that very well. But my worry comes sorry about that. But my worry comes in here. There are games when you need a skilled centre forward, and that skilled centre forward is Gabriel Jesus. And it's rumored that the relationship that Gabriel Jesus had with Mikel Arteta at Man City is the one that has really spearheaded this deal, to see to it that Gabriel Jesus is pushing for this deal. Now, when after that was revealed, then we have in a story coming in from Simprasia and Fernandez via Goal Brazil in there for you. They say that Gabriel is pushing Man City and Pep Guardiola to accept £42.5 million offer. The player is keen to join Arsenal in there for you. That's why I've told you that this is a transfer request. He has not gone ahead all openly to tell them that, please, I've written a letter and I really want to quit a side which goes by the name of Man City. And if I told you don't sell me, I'm not going to play for you any game. No. He's trying to be professional, to see to it that he sees this move goes where he wants. Gabriel Jesus wants to play for Arsenal and he is putting in a transfer request, but it's verbal and being so much polite to Pep Guardiola, telling him, please, can you let me go? Can you let me go, please? Because I really believe that the World Cup is around the corner. I don't want to miss the World Cup in Qatar. You are not going to get me the playing time I want. Yet, Arsenal is going to give me that role. They're going to give me the shirt number 9. I'm going to lead the line in every game. I'm going to get the number of games that I'm not going to get in here at the side which goes by the Man City. And you've never played me in the position I really like. Each and every time Pep Guardiola, you play me in the position that I really like as a centre forward, I really score goals. And Arsenal are not going to play me from the number 9 position, whether on the left flank or right flank. They are going to give me that position to lead the line. And it's like the project is going to be moving on me. I'm going to be the man that Arteta is building his team on. And every player would like that, like you've seen Erling Haaland coming at Man City. Now every Man City player is going to be looking for Erling Haaland. That's what Gabriel Jesus wants to feel at the side which goes by the names of Arsenal. He wanted it at Man City, but it failed and feels like he should experience this at Man City. And I really believe that it's going to go on and go on that way in there for you. So he is pushing in there for you. That is a polite transfer request, but it's not a hard one because he knows that a team can sell you where it wants. I you don't want to go inside that side. They can sell you anywhere they want because Tottenham Hotspur is interested, Chelsea is interested, Atletico Madrid is interested, Juventus is interested, and they have the monies with them. So Gabriel Jesus has known that no, I shouldn't really put pressure on Man City. I should just tell Pep Guardiola, please, you've brought me here. I've been here for very many seasons. I've grown with you. Now it's time for me to try my season elsewhere in there for you. Now Fabrizio Romano has also come out and really talked to let us know about how Raphinha to Arsenal is standing. He says Raphinha deal, Barca have full agreement with his agent Deco since February on a 5-year deal, but Leeds want 55 million euros. No plan to change their price tag. Barcelona need to be fast as EPL clubs are back in the race, including Arsenal, but no bid submitted yet. So that means Arsenal are back into the Raphinha race. But Raphinha doesn't want to play for Arsenal. The only reason as to why Raphinha will go on and play for Arsenal is when he gets news that Barcelona cannot get you. And secondly, if Barcelona cannot come into this deal quick enough, because Leeds want to sell this player immediately and they get in money, that 55 million euros to get in players. They are trying to get in, and is it Tainio? He was once at Liverpool. He's coming in from the Bundesliga at 17 million pounds. And if at all they are trying to get in players like those, sorry, that's not Leeds. I'm sorry, it's Nottingham Forest. I'm sorry about that. But Leeds they've just signed, is it Boca something from Bayern Munich at 12 million pounds? That means if at all they get them 12 million euros, they can go ahead and sign close to 3 players in out of that money, and they can really strengthen their bond or their team or their squad for the season in there for you. So Arsenal is also back into the interest of Raphinha, confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, but all that and more is going to be coming up into this video in there for you. Feel free to go into the comment section. Tell me what you think about these stories we've talked about. Aaron Hickey, Fabrizio Romano has come out and said the deal is not happening. No talks between Arsenal and the player. That means that deal is out of the news. Secondly, Lisandro Martinez, the central defender of Ajax. Arsenal are really planning to submit their second bid. Your reaction to that is welcome. Gabriel Jesus, transfer request to leave a side which goes by the Man City and join Arsenal. That is imminent because he's telling his bosses, please, I've done everything for you, I've been loyal. Can you let me go? I'm left with 1 year. Unless you want to lose me on a free, let me go to Arsenal. I don't want to go to Spurs. I don't want to go to Chelsea. I don't want to go to Atletico Madrid. Allow me go to a side which goes by the names of Arsenal. And it's rumored that Arsenal have made undebatable and undeniable bid for a man who goes by the name of Gabriel Jesus. Then lastly, Arsenal looks like they are back into the Raphinha war because Barcelona are delaying to get this deal done, yet Leeds want this deal to get done ASAP. Thank you for watching in. I go by the names of Rokani David, and this is Rokani Media Football. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. I sign out for now. See you later. We are planning one or two more videos later. A live stream may be here onto our channel. I sign out.